Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. It's good to see you all here. Thank you very much for joining us during our virtual open house session on today, November 18th. Currently, it is 7:05, and we are running this event from our Peterborough campus. And so I think now is a really good time to get started. We will have many more guests joining us throughout the rest of the day, but this is our first session. It's our welcome session. We just want to go over a quick hello, explain to you a little bit about Trent University, and then for the rest of the day, we'll be talking about our academic sessions. So we have really great presentations lined up from our business department. We have really great sessions lined up from our communications department and from computer science. And of course, we have a session from our graduate studies. So I do see some questions coming in about graduate studies. That's amazing. Um, I want to direct you to two different places. So we will be having a live graduate studies session where they will be talking about all things graduate studies, whether you've applied, you're waiting for your application to go through, or if you have submitted your documentations or you're thinking about submitting an application to graduate studies. We will have a session for you. And then finally, before we get started in the chat here, I'm going to put our live Q&A. So for students who are interested in speaking directly with a staff member, I am just going to pull this link one last time. And you can head over to our live Q&A at any moment of the entire day. If you leave and go back to where you click join the session, then you'll be able to see the live chat button and you can enter into that at any given moment. So before we get started, I would like to just say welcome to Trent University. This is our virtual open house. We run this every single year. We have many different online offerings that we provide for our prospective students. And so whether you attend this session or you attend a session in the future, there will always be a way for you to interact with either myself or any of the various staff members at Trent University. So I'd like to get started here with a little bit of an introduction
Are you
about what
ready
Trent
for
University is.
it? First time that I saw him, wonder how many girls he had loved and left haunted. But see nothing better. I keep him forever, like a vendetta. Are you ready for it?
Okay. So what we like to say at Trent University is that we want to help students build a future with a purpose. And so what that means is we want to help you find the thing, the education, the program that is going to help propel you into the future and achieve your goals. And how do we do that? We do that by providing you with over 100 different programs, various different graduate studies opportunities, postgraduate certificates, opportunities to work, study, and live on campus. So there's a lot that we will cover in the next 2 days, and we're very, very happy that you're here with us. There's some really good things that Trent University is. We are, number one, we're a publicly funded university in Ontario. So we have a full session coming up tomorrow about IRCC policy changes. And one of the most important things that you can know as a prospective student is that there is a lot of changes happening in Canadian immigration. However, because we are a publicly funded DLI in Ontario, Canada, we still have a very and maintain a very high quality of standard of education. And so that's very important for you because it will allow you to, again, come to Canada, thrive, get a really great education, and then eventually receive a post-graduation work permit and move on to whatever it is that you would like to do with your education once you graduate. Here are some of the ways that we do that. So we have a really good student faculty ratio. 20-1 is very, very low, which is a good thing. It means that you're going to have a lot of access to your professors, a lot of access to us, the student services. We are ranked the number one undergraduate university in Ontario. Again, for this year, we held that designation for 13 years in a row, lost it for 1 or 2 years, and now we currently have it back. So how do we achieve that ranking? Well, it's because we have some of the highest quality education in Canada. We have a great reputation, really good scholarship offerings that allow students to sort of eliminate some of that barrier of finances. And finally, we're in the top 10% of universities worldwide. Trent takes you there. And how do we do that? We have two different campuses. So um, I'm located currently in a city called Peterborough, which is about 2 hours east of Toronto, and I'll show you a map in a few minutes. But we have two campuses. We have our Peterborough campus and we have our Durham campus, and I'll explain a little bit about these two campuses in just a minute. So for those of you who are familiar with Canada and with Ontario, this is a quick map of what we call the Greater Toronto Area. So this is everything that Toronto touches. Toronto is the biggest city in Canada, home to about 3 million people. Our Durham GTA campus is about 45 minutes away from Toronto. So by driving, you can get to our Durham GTA campus, which is located in the city of Oshawa. And again, it takes about 45 minutes. So you have a lot of really good access to the big city of Toronto while not paying the high cost of living of being in Toronto, where rent is a little bit more expensive, groceries, transportation. When you leave the city, the cost of living goes down quite significantly. And that's really felt when you come to our Peterborough campus, which is about 90 minutes driving away from our the city of Toronto. So a lot of students will go to Toronto on the weekend if they live in Peterborough, but Peterborough is a wonderful campus, a really great facility, and really great city as well. So it's home to about 100,000 people, whereas the Durham GTA area is home to probably about 5 million people total. So very different experiences, but both really high quality Trent University experiences. Just going to do a quick check. I see some questions coming through. It's really great that we have some questions. Thank you so much. I would say that I will direct you to our question and answer period. So I'm just going to send this link. Now, if you're interested in graduate studies, you may have to wait just a little bit longer to receive answers about graduate studies. Um, that session is, I believe, at 9:30. We'll do a quick review of the schedule just so everybody is aware of what is happening. So here is our Peterborough campus. Our Peterborough campus is home to about 1,400 acres of land. We have a conservation area directly on campus. What we're looking at right here is called the Otonabee River, and it flows through the heart of campus. We have something called the Head of the Trent Rowing Regatta, and that happens every single year, and that's what this shot is from. It's a really, really beautiful campus. The architecture style is quite beautiful. It's all built mostly into the earth, and some of the newer buildings are not. But the main buildings that have been sort of here since the beginning of campus in 1960 are quite beautiful. We offer 5 unique different called collegiate campuses. So there's sort of like living learning communities when you get to campus. So you are a member of Trent University, and then within the membership of Trent University, you become a member of any of the colleges. So that's either Otonabee College, Champlain College, Lady Eaton College, Trail College, or Zofsky College. So you get a chance to affiliate and become friends with more people inside your university experience. And so in total, the student population is about 12,000 students. So we call it a medium-sized institution in Ontario. And we have many different traditions on campus. So whether it's Head of the Trent or our graduation or our winter orientation festivities, there's lots of different things for students to do on campus and off campus. And now I want to talk a little bit about our Durham campus. So our Durham GTA campus is a little bit of the smaller of the two campuses. Oops. And in this campus, we have a really tight-knit scholarly campus. So there's about 5 buildings total at our Durham GTA campus, and there's about 2,000 students. So if you are a student who is interested in studying undergraduate studies, Masters of Management, a lot of our Masters of Management students will be in this facility. We have one of the best student to faculty ratios probably in all of Ontario, I would say, because again, a little bit of a smaller campus, you get a chance to actually meet your professors. This is really important for when you're applying for on-campus opportunities, off-campus opportunities, applying for research, applying to help with research, and then of course, applying for master's level programming when you need that references. I want to take a pause here because I would like to just very quickly do an introduction um, from our president, who sent us a message earlier this week that I'd like to share to all of you, the international folk who are interested in coming to Trent University.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kathy Bruce, President of Trent University. I'm pleased to welcome you to Virtual Open House, a special online event to introduce students from around the world to Trent University. Students like you. Trent is one of Canada's top undergraduate universities. We're small enough to give you a personal experience. We have world-class professors who get to know you, and you will have access to a wide range of excellent academic programs, prestigious schools of study, co-op learning placements, and hands-on career experience. We also have state-of-the-art research and learning facilities. One thing Trent is very proud of is our wraparound supports and services for students. We're #1 for student services in all of Ontario. In a vibrant campus environment, you will have an exceptional experience that really prepares you to succeed at university and beyond. Trent takes great care to provide an inclusive and welcoming environment for students from 100 countries. This is a place where you can thrive and achieve your goals. It's what we're known for at Trent in Canada and around the world. Before I became Trent University's President and Vice Chancellor, I was a professor and a dean here. So I can tell you from experience that your journey with us will be transformative. You will feel supported, not just in your studies, but in the pursuit of your dreams and your future on the world stage. I invite you to make the most of your time online with us today. Connect with staff, ask questions, start to picture yourself as a Trent student. You will discover that the Trent experience is not just about classes and exams. It's about personal growth, cultural exchange, and making lifelong connections. Enjoy your virtual visit and allow me to extend a personal invitation to you to visit our campus. I can't wait to meet you in person. Welcome to Trent University.
Okay, thank you very much to Dr. Kathy Bruce for welcoming all of our international students to Trent University. And I'd like to continue on in this presentation. And just a quick reminder to those of you that are here, in about 15 minutes, we will begin our academic session. So our first session will be about business, led by Dr. Byron Liu, who's the Dean of the program. So we have a really, really great set of academic offerings coming up in the next little bit. Before we get into that, I want to just explain some of the areas of study that we have. So we have 13 different areas of study, and why we've done the areas of studies because we have over 100 different programs at Trent University. And within our programs, we list all of them, and sometimes it can be a little bit confusing for our students, our international students, or even our Canadian students as well. We have undergraduate offerings, we have graduate program offerings, and of course, we have PhD program offerings. Today, or in this particular session, I am focusing only on the undergraduate programs, but we've grouped them together to help you understand a little bit more about what we offer. So students sometimes will come to us and say, I'm really, really interested in computer science. Well, we have about 6 different computer science degrees between artificial intelligence, software engineering, computer science with co-op. So there's a lot of different programs for students to choose from. So the best place to start is, one, understand exactly what kind of field you're interested in, and then let's find the program that's right for you. And I'll explain how we do this right now. So one of the program offerings that we have, one of the 13 areas of studies, is our computer science field. So that's what we call STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and maths. We've grouped together a host of programs, and when I say programs, I also mean degrees. That word can be interchangeable sometimes. So some of the degrees that we have within our STEM field, which is our science, technology, engineering, and math, is our software engineering degrees, forensics biologies, chemical physics, mathematical economics, forensic science, computer science, biochemistry, and molecular biology. So these are just a few of the degrees that you can take at Trent University. These are all Bachelor of Science programs, and they're all 4-year programs. Now, you will get a chance to explore some of these programs today, so please stay on. And if you have to leave, that's okay, and you can come back later. This today will run for approximately another 3.5 hours, as it's 7:20, and we'll end our final session at 11. Another great area of study is the environment. So we have many, many different programs available for students who are interested in studying the environment. So whether you're interested in conservation or conservation biology, geography, environmental chemistry, environmental geoscience, water sciences, we have well over 30 different programs that focus just on the environment. So again, when you start to think about the programs that you want to take, think about, what area do I want to study? Do I like business? Do I like computer science? Do I like the environment? Do I like education? And then from there, we can really find the right degree for you. Business is its own entire area of study because there are so many different degrees that go into business. So all of our programs at Trent University are Bachelor of Business Administration. And in the Bachelor of Business Administration, students will study either a general BBA, General Bachelor of Business Administration. They can study marketing, finance, accounting, entrepreneurship, information systems within the business field. So there's lots of different offerings that students can take when they're looking at business. Generally speaking, when I talk to students who are interested in business, what they will do is they'll understand, I want to be an accountant. I need to take accounting. But let's explain and start to understand exactly why you want to take that program and what you need to do in that program to succeed and actually become an accountant, because there's different pathways that you'll need to take to reach that career outcome, but we'll be here the entire step of the way. Health and well-being is another pretty interesting area of study for international students and for all students in general. This is sort of like, again, just the area of study. So the degree is not in health and well-being. The degree is what you see on the right. So you can take a degree in kinesiology, social work. We have a full nursing program that we'll be hearing from this afternoon at 10:30, I believe. We have psychology programs, which are always very interesting for our international students. And then we have many, many other programs associated with health and well-being. So these are just examples of some of the programs that you can take at Trent University. We have our humanities and social sciences degrees. So this is my area of study. This is where I graduated from. So this is our journalism and creative writing, anthropology, which was my major, global development studies, criminologies, gender and social justice, and media studies. So if you were interested in, for example, like history would also qualify as a humanity and social sciences. Gender studies, of course, humanities and social sciences. So in these programs, you're very likely going to be doing a lot more writing, a lot more thinking critically, a lot more research. Whereas in a business degree, you're doing a lot of that. However, you're also doing, more tests based, so multiple choice tests, case studies. So there's a little bit of a difference. And then in the science programs, you're doing probably a little bit more lab work. If you're in a biology program or water resource science, you're going to be in the labs a little bit more than you would be if you were taking a humanities and social sciences degree. Okay, and then let's continue on. For those of you that are interested in our education programs, we have a really, really good education program here. It would be the pathway to become a teacher in Ontario or in Canada. So this one's always very interesting for our international students because you might be coming from, let's say, West Africa, you're from Nigeria, or you're from Vietnam, or you're from China, where becoming a teacher is a little bit of a different pathway. In Ontario, you must take a 4-year undergraduate degree or a 3-year undergraduate degree, I think, to get into an education degree program. And then from there, after you graduate that program, then you can become a certified teacher in Ontario. So that whole process is about 6 years. At Trent University, you do that 4-year undergraduate degree, and then you are streamed directly into the education program. And then from the education program, after you graduate, you become a certified teacher. So that program always takes a little bit of explanation when I'm speaking to people from around the world because your program might be a little bit different in your home country. Maybe you do a 2-year program or a 3-year program, and then you become a teacher. Here in Canada, you do your bachelor of whatever you would like. You could do history, you could do French, you could do computer science, biology, anything. Excuse me. Excuse me. And then from there, you end up doing the 2 years of just your education degree. So when you graduate with 2 degrees. Your degree in your undergraduate program, which for me was anthropology, for you it could be computer science or biology or psychology. And then you also graduate with the Bachelor of Education. So that Bachelor of Education is the degree that you need in order to get into to become a teacher. But you can't get the Bachelor of Education until you have a 4-year undergraduate degree, at least with Trent University's program. So always takes a second to explain the teacher education, but I just want for those of you that are interested to understand a little bit more about how this program works. We offer really, really great flexible learning too. So sometimes when I talk about all of our amazing 13 areas of study or over 100 different programs at Trent University, I always talk about our exploration first year. So this is for students who might not know what they want to study in their first year. You can apply to our exploration first year, either in the sciences or the humanities, because you still need some prerequisites in order to get into these programs. And then you declare your major in the second year. So if you are thinking, okay, I know I want to study computer science, but I don't know if I want to study software engineering or artificial intelligence or just a general computer science degree, you can apply for your exploration first year, take all of your first year courses, and then make a decision after that. I really, really recommend that students do this because it gives you an opportunity to at least understand what you would like to study for the remaining 3 years. Very often, students will apply from their high school or from their post-secondary into a 4-year degree. And then somewhere in second year, they realize, actually, there's another program that I wanted to graduate in. And then sometimes it might set you back a semester or half a semester. So this is a really good option. If you don't know exactly what you want to study, please consider your exploration first year. Now, I'm just looking at the time. I have about 3 minutes left until the next session starts. So I do believe that our next presenter is probably in the waiting room here, which is awesome. So we will remain on time. We'll start our next session at 8 a.m. So I just want to show you just a few more shots around campus, some student life. This is more geared towards our athletics. So we don't have a session on athletics today, but we do have really, really great facilities here at Trent University for all of our athletic different programs. Okay, so with that all being said, I will stop my sharing here. Just bear with me for 1 second. I see our next presenter is here. And then finally, I just wanted to do one last quick share about the schedule. So I'll run through the website here really quickly. We have a solid group of attendees here. You'll see that there is a live chat throughout the entire day. So we have our international staff located in our live chat ready to answer questions live. So we will take a few questions during the sessions. We can respond to them. If you have questions about business, Byron is very happy to answer, and we will answer behind the scenes as well. But if you have questions about admissions, you wanted to apply to Trent University today, you could do that. I just recommend that you go to the live chat. You can click into there at any time. I will put the link in this chat here. So that is the end of our first session. I'm going to stop sharing here. I will just put up our sign, and we will